Okay, we're back. Next team is the Fantastic Four. I'll be using the movie skins. I believe these are from the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie. I'll try to be as clear and concise for this video as I can, and I will also be muting my mic during cutscenes and or scenes where characters are talking. I noticed an exclamation mark on the map here, which is probably indicating that this is the next, or rather the way to proceed the story. But I always tend to walk around the stage for a bit to see if there's any items lying around. It appears to be clear, but before I carry the story forward, I would like to check in with Vision and Hank.
Welcome back from the Omega Base, Mrs. Richards.
Hello, Vision. It's a lucky thing we ran into Dr. Banner, or that gamma bomb would have detonated.
I am glad to be of assistance.
Hi, it's good to see you. Do you need something? It was no problem at all.
Okay, seems like they don't require any assistance. So I guess we'll move forward. Fun fact, the Invisible Woman was played by Jessica Alba. In the second installment, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, Jessica Alba actually sported blue eye contacts. It was to make her look more like Susan Storm.
Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while. Anytime at all, friend.
Okay, so I take it I have to talk to Hank Pym. Jessica Alba, of course, given by her name, is a woman of ethnicity. She's actually not a Caucasian female, so she doesn't have the same features as Sue Storm. So for the second installment, they basically gave her blue contacts. I can't really complain given that she is sexy. 1 second, cutscene.
Hi again. The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on. Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. It was no problem at all.
Okay, mission accomplished. Talk to Hank for Wyatt Wingfoot. Now we're going to progress the story forward. I may do some hunting in marvelmods.com for more HUDs. I just noticed that Jessica Alba, out of the Fantastic Four, is the only one that has the appropriate movie HUD for her character.
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
What kind of situation we talking about here, Cap?
An hour ago, Namorita sent a message saying a riot's taking place. A crowd broke into the throne room of Atlantis and dragged Namor off his throne.
Why would the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namorita had to stop transmitting before she could give any details.
How are we to handle a mission in the undersea conditions of Atlantis?
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will let us breathe and move normally through the water. I want to remind you, the Atlanteans aren't exactly big fans of us surface dwellers.
What if they become violent?
Defend yourselves. We have to help Namor any way we can. He's a valuable ally. That's it. Let's be careful out there.
Of course, we're going with the base team. Let's go.
Good. Locate the nano chamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
Okay, I take it this is a swimming stage. Should be interesting. Everyone knows the most complex of video games have swimming and sewer stages. It's a must-have. Alright, but on a serious note, I don't think the MCU ever properly covered Atlantis. And Namor, of all characters, he's probably one of the more obscure or less known. But let's figure out what they're talking about, this nanites thing. Hey, I mentioned in a previous video that the Black Panther dolls may not be in the stages. It seems I was incorrect. They're here, even with all costumes unlocked. You can collect the Black Panther dolls, which I have to admit is pretty cool. Okay, I take it that's where we're going. You will notice the enemies or antagonists in this stage are drastically different. I switched the models for basically everything you're going to see underwater. Don't worry, I tried to name them properly, so there shouldn't be any confusion. You just read the name and you'll know what main villain they pertain to. Interesting. Fun fact, the person who played Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movies, specifically referring to movies prior to the reboot, is Chris Evans. If that name rings a bell for you, that's because Chris Evans also plays Captain America. That's another example of a character taking a frown and flipping it upside down. Though Chris Evans was a phenomenal Human Torch, he was wildly entertaining and fun to see. I say he was successful in that movie, but the movies, unfortunately, overall, weren't very successful movies. Don't get me wrong, the first movie was actually a success. It was accepted by us critically, and I guess by the fans too. But the part 2, I think, is where they basically dropped the ball. It was critically a failure, and universally it was a failure, so I guess that's why they prompted themselves to making a Fantastic Four reboot, which I may add is even worse somehow than the older versions. But yeah, there's a fun fact. Chris Evans played Human Torch and Captain America. I've always believed in giving actors a second chance. Another good example of that is probably Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds' first debut as a superhero, or rather his most popular superhero, was actually Green Lantern. That movie didn't work out. I guess the excessive CG and a lot of the script choices rubbed viewers the wrong way, and I guess ultimately everyone rejected it. But luckily for Ryan Reynolds, there was a character he was born to play, Deadpool. So naturally, he played, or rather reprised his role as Deadpool after a couple tricks. YouTube leak that he said he did by mistake. But after reprising that role as Deadpool, that's what we know him as now. The greatest Deadpool ever known.
Stop them!
But I digress. I am a fan of giving actors a second chance, especially in these superhero movies. One character that I would love to see that a lot of my buddies don't agree with me on for some weird reason is Jim Carrey playing the Joker. Don't get me wrong, Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor, and I think he has the acting chops to pull off the Joker. One second. Huh. Thought that was a cutscene.
Gone. I require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme to steal the throne from my cousin. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right.
I know there's a movie scan for Mera. Specifically one from the DC cinematic universe. There's a model for this character. Of course, I'm referencing this Aquaman that I have here. This is the movie Aquaman. Most of you guys know him as Momoa, but I'm pretty sure there's a female model that's from the movie that's stripped from somewhere that I could put in for Mera. So I'll be changing Mera later. I never noticed that I guess forgot to replace her.
That right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders. Surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as whalic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected.
Oh, but that Aquaman is a perfect example of me integrating DC assets with Marvel. You should see DC heroes littered throughout here. I tried to do it in a competent or intelligent way. You will also notice other things, such as Mortal Kombat and a few other franchises that I want to surprise you guys with later on down the lines. Another fun fact, in a Fantastic Four reboot, the Thing was never an agent for the government. There was never a part where he did covert missions as a freaking rock man wearing a ghillie suit or whatever that crap was they tried to introduce to us, and I feel offended. It was visually not pleasing to my eyes to see the Thing doing weird military government missions, and I don't think they should have followed through with that idea. That's just another example of how incompetent their writing was, but I'm gonna try not to sound like a hater, and I guess we can move forward from there. One of the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe would have to be Reed Richards, and he's responsible for having a prodigy who we all consider to be the strongest mutant in the Marvel Universe, which is of course his son. I mean, that kid is on God levels of strength, capable of pretty much doing whatever he wants. I really appreciate these models too. I think a ton of these modded in characters are necessary. I tried my best to replace all NPCs and protagonists with characters from respective movies, but as you can see, sometimes either I'll replace the model and then forget to go back and update them with more concurrent movie models, or I'll just blatantly forget. I notice on the map it usually marks with an X your next objective. So let's see what's going on here. Circle. Let's try it again.
The priests of the temple use them to open locks.
I think aesthetically this game is beautiful. I can't even recall water stages in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. If there were water stages, which I doubt, I'm sure they weren't great. Just the lighting alone in this stage is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I can't compare this to really anything else. I love the variety, how it kills basically the monotony of having to do the same thing over and over. Of course, I'm referring to the fighting via these mini games and the different play styles for each of the stages. I mean, my hat's off to this. I think this is absolutely exceptional. Let's go this way. Seems to be a lot of X's in this stage. But yeah, guys, this is what the game looks like with the proper lighting. I know you guys are tired of seeing these gameplay videos that are super modded and people turn the advanced lighting off because they're too lazy to replace the NPCs. Fortunately, I won't be doing that to you guys. I guess had the energy to do this properly. Okay, we have the second pearl. Guess we can go get the third one. I will admit that's the awesome thing about the remaster. It doesn't just replace textures and introduce bump mapping. It also replaces models. This model replacement is a must-have in this game, given how far the camera can zoom out and rather the lack of. I just noticed I'm playing with Human Torch. My apologies, but due to how far the camera zooms out and due to the lack of polygons in the models from the prior game, I think it was a must. Appears something was draining my energy. I wonder what that was. It was odd. Okay, seems everything works now. That was awkward. Let's see, can't think of a fun fact here. I have to say, in the movies, this applies to all of them. The only thing that they got right for all of the Fantastic Four movies is probably Ben Grimm making Ben or the Thing hate his form. He never was a fan of being in his rock form. He prefers his old body, and he was always on a never-ending quest to fix his ailment. When I say that, of course, I'm referring to Reed Richards too. Reed Richards is his best friend, and he wanted to help him too. He feels like he's responsible for his plight. I have to admit this reshade looks rather nice too. What am I supposed to do from here? I've tried it. I can't wait to show you guys the different assets that I've integrated into this. There's so many awesome characters that I found that I appropriately plugged where I felt like they belonged. If you're a fan of this game, you should be in for a shock. Not sure what. Yeah, I need to start using my powers more.
That seaweed doesn't last long after it's picked. Let me open up a whirlpool for you. It'll bring you right back to my location.
I've always hated things like this, like portals taking you back, because that means there's a high chance that there's something I'm missing in the stage. Okay, that was stronger than I expected. I was going to search the stage, but I changed my mind. Let's just go. I'm sure they'll bring us back there. Okay, let's help Aquaman here. I'm positive there's a model of the movie version of Mirror that's actually bothering me a little bit.
Namorita, here's the ingredients you asked for. How's Namor?
He'll be much better now that I have this.
What has happened? And what are you doing here, Sue Richards?
We came to help you, Namor. Your old enemy, Attuma, has stolen your throne and enslaved Atlantis.
Though I am pleased to see you, I have no need for your help. I am quite capable of dealing with Attuma on my own.
You're still very weak. Please, just this once, let us help you.
Atlantis is my responsibility. I'll not let outsiders protect her.
We've been friends a long time, Namor. Trust me when I say that you need to rest. Let us handle Attuma.
I do value your counsel, Sue. For you are as wise as you are beautiful. And though I am loath to admit it, I am not at the peak of my strength. Very well, I will allow it. Once again, Sue, you have proven to be one of the few surface dwellers I consider a friend. Perhaps there is some way I can thank you.
You don't have to thank me, Namor. Just be sure to get some rest. Come on, team. Let's find Attuma and set Atlantis free.
I'm not kidding, man. The moment I turn this video off, I'm going straight to Marvel Mods, and I am going to find a movie Mirror model. I know there's one in existence because I recall seeing it and loving it. And I don't know, I just hate things like that. Wait, where do I go from here? I guess I just pick one. I won't say I hate things like that. I actually prefer it. 1 second.
The Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Attuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
Okay, I digress. I was saying that the moment I turn this off, I'm getting a mirror model, and my reason for that is because that's basically why I do these gameplay videos. To be honest, it shows me all the things that I feel I should change. I guess it's kind of like I'm quality controlling this game while I'm showing it to you guys. But yeah, that's my plan. Replace that mirror model with the movie version that I believe is from Marvel Heroes.
Intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang? Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might. True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices. As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Attuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne. And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Attuma, eh, cousin? My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Attuma just how trustworthy we are.
Okay, I thought that was a good place to put MK characters. Sub-Zero deals with ice, which I guess can be similar to water. Rain is elsewhere in my game, and Scorpion's undead, so I thought he'd be okay to be here, considering he's already dead, so water wouldn't really affect him. You'll notice I'm going to defeat these guys, and after defeating these guys, you will see them later in the game, just in different forms. These two are basically the MK1 or the basic bitch versions of these MK characters. Oh no, my Human Torch just died. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll come across a save point soon. I'll just revive him when the time comes. But I digress. Yes, I have Mortal Kombat integrated into this game. They are littered throughout it. As you defeat them, they become stronger and or more concurrent, as in they become a more recent version of said character. You'll notice that Scorpion and Sub-Zero were very basic forms of them. They are the versions from MK1, and I don't really, I know this is going to sound bad, I don't really consider them, I don't consider them the Scorpion and Sub-Zero, given that they are actually, they change into different characters as the games progress. They become like cousins and brothers, etc. You could just consider them General Lin Kuei and Shirai Ryu, for those of you who are, I guess, more adept with the MK lore. Hey, I just noticed an X on the map. What's this X about? Ah, break it. Okay. I notice we're coming dangerously close to the 30-minute mark, which means this stage is going to take a couple, maybe even a few videos to get through. Don't worry, when I get to a save point, I'll save at the respective save point, and then we'll just carry forward through the next video. Try to get the camera in here, let you guys see some moves. Okay, yeah, we're becoming quite close to the 30-minute mark. There's our save point. Wow, lucky me. I'll at least try to clear this out. Sorry, I don't really have much to say. Only time I'll really have a lot to speak of is when we, I guess, cross something that I've modded that I feel you guys should understand why I've placed the model there. Okay, sweet.
Destroyed, my people will eventually return to normal. Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis as fast as you can. Yes, and who knows what he'll do when he finds out you're ruining his plans.
Sweet. It's almost 30 minutes now, so I guess I'll head over to the save point, save the game out, and close the video for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Actually, let's play around with the team. What do we have? Rise of the Silver Surfer. So let's do the first movie. Yeah, let's do the first movie. Suits. Oh no, forgot he's dead. I'm gonna need a replacement for him. Let's do Ghost Rider. Don't worry, this is a temporary replacement until Human Torch wakes up. Alright, so that's the end of the video. The next installment should be the Fantastic Four. This has been 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I'll see you guys in a bit.